Hello, and welcome to Season 2 of the Ironman completion series with me, the LazyBoneZone. Please join me on my journey to Varlamore, coming on March the 20th, and the area I'm most interested in, OSRS. During this season, which I will progress this account and gain these main following goals: 70 prayer and most hard diaries. We'll go back to Guardians of the Rift for a full Raiments of the Eye outfit and a high runecrafting level. We will take on the Barrows brothers to try and complete as much of their armour sets as possible, so sit back, relax and enjoy the journey. This week I have spent over 80 hours in game to knock off some of the biggest grinds needed for the goals I've set. I started this week completing the new quest, Defender of Varrock. I was trying to hunt the new axe within the first few hours of quest release. The area was packed and the drop rate wasn't known. It averaged at about 1 in 800 after a couple of hours. I used Ice Burst to deal damage and Blood Burst to heal. I got lucky here and grabbed the axe at only 254 kill count. I was eager to see the max hit of my new weapon, so I decided to try it at the Nightmare Zone. The reason I chose here was due to realising there was a diary task to imbue my salve amulet using the points earned from killing these quest monsters. The upgrade cost 800,000 points and it took me about 5 hours, but this was very relaxing and it also gave me an imbue scroll back to use on my Berserker ring. A big goal of mine was to get all quest requirements to finish the last 12 quests. With this birdhouse run, I've reached level 70 hunter. That's another skill crossed off the list. Whilst it was quiet, I decided to take my new axe for a spin at Calvarion. I wanted to come here to collect dragon bones, since it gives on average 2.5 bones per kill, and the rest of the loot table is fantastic. I really enjoy killing this boss, and it's forcing me to learn to manoeuvre my character during PvM conflicts. The only downside to this boss, in my opinion, is that it's in the wilderness, an area that other players can come and attack you. Which, of course, is about to happen. I don't mind if I get attacked, as I don't risk anything of value, and I bank every few kills anyways. During this engagement, I was panicking and clicking rapidly to try and move. This caused my character to path in a weird direction, causing me to get caught and die. If I had stayed calm, I could have escaped. This wasn't even a good PKer. And my reward for dying? The Voidwaker Blade, a 1 in 972 drop rate. Mega spooned item again. Haha. I need another 2 parts from different bosses to build a weapon I want, the Voidwaker Blade. It will be fantastic for the account. Anyways, that's 100 kills done this session, and I managed to snag all the bones I needed. Here's a look at the entire loot from 134 Calvarion. Making use of the Wilderness Altar during the week, I was able to use all my bones without dying to BKers. I set my main up at the door with a dragon dagger to make banking easier, since I could use it for a free trip to the bank. I know I could have picked the wine up, but that was a lot of clicking that I didn't want to do. I had enough bones for level 69 prayer, and the enhold heads I collected during Slayer got me to level 70. That's Piety unlocked, the best melee prayer and the last goal needed for a few hard diaries. The weekend had just started and I wanted to make an effort to get an item for the Clan Bingo event. The Tome of Water. Sorry about that. The guys in Discord have been saying it all week. Anyways, I spent a couple of hours here and I got 81 fishing along with 249 points to cash in. Unfortunately, there's no
Tome of Water,
but the loot looks nice. I'll be sure to cook this up in the future. I went about completing a temple track for the Mauritania Hard Diary and stumbled across the event where I'm supposed to get a lumberjack piece. I stayed here until the zombies stopped spawning, but didn't get an item. If any of you know if they still drop this since the forestry update, please let me know down in the comments. With this final task, that's the Mauritania Hard Diary completed. This awards me with 50% bonus runes whilst doing barrow runs, which, as hinted in the opening cutscene, I'll be doing a lot of in the next few weeks. And this also gives me access to the Bone Crusher. This will provide me with the ability to automatically bury bones. Currently, I'll only get 50% of the experience the bones are worth, but since I'm lazy and don't bury them, 50% is 100% more XP than I would have gained. Whilst in the mood to do tasks, I mopped up killing a Mithril Dragon, which I just couldn't seem to land a hit on. And finally, I made an Adamant Spear to complete the Calvarion Hard Diary. This provides me with a nice teleport to the Seers Bank, my closest teleport to any bank, and also it increases the chance of special effects and bolts to happen. This will be brilliant for late game bossing. I wanted to knock out another level 70 skill, Construction. so I started to complete tasks doing the Mahogany Homes minigame. This is the best GP to XP ratio for construction, and being as I'm quite poor, this was the best way to do it. Simply put, I get a task, teleport and run to the house, remove and install some furniture, teleport back to Amy to get another job. The benefit of doing this is I get points to spend in the reward shop. There is an outfit, a wieldable saw, and supply crates that have various supplies for this minigame, and the best item, a plank sack. This allows me to store 28 planks in one inventory slot. After using all of my oak planks, I went to the woodcutting guild to make 1000 teak planks, enough to get me to level 70 at least, since I wanted this quest requirement. But I got a little carried away and spent longer than I needed. I stopped just before level 72 as I wanted to cash my longbones in for that. In the future, I'd love to hand in a few hundred of these long bones for a massive XP drop. Not realising how long Guardians of the Rift was going to take me, I spent the rest of the Friday playing Soul Wars, having a little bit of fun to earn some more supply crates. This was just something I could turn my brain off to and still be able to make progress on the account. I earned enough points to be able to afford 21 crates and quickly open them up. This had a value of 1.6 million and some nice supplies. Saturday night rolled around and I decided it was time to start Guardians of the Rift. First off, I bought the hat piece for a bonus 10% runes. After a 4-hour session, I cashed out my first points. I wanted to get pearls to buy more pieces of the outfit, since the goal of this week is to complete the set along the path to 77 runecrafting. During the weekly kingdom run, I gained some teak logs for future construction and more herbs. I'm getting close to having enough for 73 herb lore and being able to boost for stamina potions. Here's a Guffix next, and yes, Slayer is my lowest skill now, but that's 11k towards the Slayer tile on bingo. I spent over 40 hours at Guardians of the Rift pushing my level to 77 before making this video. I'll only show the unique items at the minute instead of every item I've pulled. First off, I got an Abyssal Die, which 2 hours later became an item I needed to get for the bingo. But since you're not allowed to get them before the tiles are released, it didn't count towards the bingo tile. Oh well, I'm only level 69, there's plenty of time to get another. I did get enough points however to buy the next piece of the Raymond's outfit. That's another 10% bonus runes. In this clip I achieved 73 runecrafting and finally gained the Catalytic Talisman. This would have been lovely to get before I did Morning's End Part 2 at level 65 runecrafting. I pulled a cosmetic lost bag from a pouch. It's absolutely of no use, but it is one of the collection slots. And then I bought the final 2 pieces of the outfit. And now I get a bonus 40% runes and an extra 20% for having the full percent. That's 60% in total. After getting almost to level 77 runecrafting and being able to leave here, I pulled the Abyssal Lantern, an item that's only used is during Guardians of the Rift. I guess I can use it when I eventually come back here to completely green out this collection log. As you can see from my bank, I now have a nice stack of runes. And of course, here's the loot from the Rewards Guardian. I was almost done with being able to craft blood runes. All that was left was 1 quest and 2 agility levels. I tackled agility first and high out the bracelets I made last week, netting me 1.2 million GP. Another 4 hours later running laps, and here's 74 agility for the shortcut at the blood altar. The final task I had left was completing the Fremenic Exiles. The few quests I do have left all have tougher and tougher boss fights. Due to the zombie axe I gained this episode and the training done previously, I was able to get through the Jormungand first try. That's 50,000 experience towards Slayer, 30,000 runecrafting XP, and level 77 runecrafting. I've only got 11 quests left to go. With all of that training completed, I am now free to do the most relaxing method to train runecrafting, and it is very profitable indeed. This was a very long journey this week, but definitely worth it. Using the Raiments of the Iron outfit earned, pickaxe and a chisel, I can mine 26 dense essence blocks from the pillars, run north and climb over the agility shortcut, then west to the altar. I imbue the essence blocks here, and then you can either spam click the blocks with the chisel or click once and wait until they have been made into fragments. Once you have done this, go and mine another inventory full of essence and repeat the imbuing process. With a full inventory, run to the blood altar, which is just a bit west then south. You get just under 5,000 runecrafting experience per trip here and a nice stack of runes. Normally you get 4 blood runes per dense essence block, but I'm getting an additional 60% when I hand them all thanks to the outfit. I have been doing this the entire time that I was editing this video. Before we leave, here's a current look at our bingo sheet. I extremely underestimated how long this would have taken, but I gained a lot of motivation and persevered due to how many views, likes and subscribers I gained on the last video. Thank you for that. Remember, anyone who wants to talk to me can add me in game. You're more than welcome. Also, if you have anything you would like to say, please leave a comment down below. Thank you all for watching and I'll see you next week.